we've just gotten started here, and already these guys have been handed a really difficult decision to make. And this is a big piece of the puzzle right here. Maybe a no-brainer, but a great pick regardless. Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches? Or someone who can... Yeah, I think with that pick, you're just looking to build up your core. Get some guys in here that can help round out the roster. Still some big holes remaining to be filled. Here's where you may... Oh, and that's a key upgrade right there. He's versatile, athletic, and a big upgrade over what they had. Two words here. Difference maker. That's what that pick right there is. Yeah, I don't think you needed a crystal ball to see that pick coming. That's all about loyalty and familiarity right there. Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches or someone who can really help you out at a playmaker type spot? Now it's getting to the time of the draft where you really want to get lucky and hope somebody falls into your lap. Still a few holes on this roster and not a lot of time left to do anything about it. A bit of a dilemma with this threesome. Which side of the ball do you turn your focus to here? These are the rounds you love to see. Some big names to choose from here. It's the age-old question on draft day. What's the bigger need, offense or defense? 3 choices here, all of them impact players.
All right, Larry, hope everyone is settled in for a great Draft Champions contest. Here, lucky to witness it. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. These guys that you see on your screen, they won't be witnessing. They will be participating in what should be an excellent game. Let's get down to the field. It's time for kick. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. And here comes Diggs. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's Foles. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the...
And right away, he lost the football. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was. And Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Robert Quinn in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Foles. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And the dreaded third and long here for the offense.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The tight end, Julius Thomas, the intended target. And it's fourth down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out in the pistol. To throw is RG3. And incomplete to open things up. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Rashid Hageman in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Third and long. It's Griffin. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Now Foles. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he hits the tight end. It's Deion Sims. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the right side here, the tight end Thomas. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now's a play caller because...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Robert Quinn in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Back to throw. Over the middle, open is Thomas. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other...
Now the ball comes loose, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now out come the Giants. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. On second down, Hyde. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4.
Well, not a huge game there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
And that's complete to Marshall on the crossing route. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to Denver right after this. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Griffin keeps it. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
Oh, man, my stomach hurts just watching this team call plays. I've heard of going for it on 4th down in the red zone, but not when you're inside your own red zone. And, boy, somehow they take a chance here, and it pays off.
Now Griffin over the middle to Beckham. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. He's going to look deep. He's got a man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Not the tallest receiver on the field, but he just shouted to admit that the little guy can't go downfield and make a big-time catch on a deep pass because sometimes they'll just out-scrap you for the football.
Throwing now, Griffin on first down. He's going to let it go again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Griffin, he's going to take a nut, and this is taken in at the 5. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A big play there, 44 yards. And the Giants are in for 6. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Here's Foles. The left side caught by Diggs. They got 29 yards there. And that leads to a Philadelphia first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now Foles. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On second down, here's Griffin. It's caught by OBJ. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to half. With Griffin. Steps away. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he goes out of bounds.